Happy New Year to you. I wasn't gonna make a New Year's video. I didn't decide on making a New Year's video because I've never really made one in the past because I realized, the New Year come in and it comes in with such intensity that you're gonna do so many things, so much great stuff. You have so many plans. And then a couple days into the year, maybe a couple of weeks, right? Things fizzle, it dies, your intensity level it just can't keep up. So I was debating about actually making this video until, I realized that for this year, 2025, this is truly going to be my year. And the reason I'm saying that is because I have learned a tremendous lot in the last year. I've met quite a few people who, I've gleaned a lot of insight from them, learned a lot of stuff, and actually reaffirmed some things that I'm going to share with you in this video. So if you've been online, you've done opportunities before, this is not your first time doing an opportunity. I could almost guarantee, right, that you probably lost some things in the past. And for those of you who I've been in circles with, I could think that you've lost quite a bit in the years. Now, 2024 might not have been any different than any other year for you in the sense that, and I've seen it, I've witnessed it, 2024 was an amazing year for the passive income businesses. Passive income businesses in the crypto space that promised, uh, double the money, right? Give you a percentage of incomes every day. Systems that take some crypto, did something with arbitrage with their technologies, and next thing you know, they could afford to give you daily income or some daily amount of returns. So 2024 was amazing for the passive income systems. Now, I had left online way back in the past and came back online just recently, right? And part of the thing that I've noticed back in the day when there was passive income businesses, they were kind of hokey, right? They didn't have much substance behind them. They usually call them high yield investment programs. But the 2024 platform of passive income really brought some solid systems to the table that seemed like they were backed by some amazing technology. The technology of crypto, arbitrage trading, right? And you could actually see and actually feel that, oh, wow, this is actually a solid thing that could generate passive income. And the technology made sense that it could. What we've seen, though, is most of these passive income businesses that were in 2024 have died. They're no longer, and the income has stopped from them, right? So if you were involved in a passive income business in 2024, it was exciting to think that, the technology matched that this could sustain an income source for you, but the thing didn't work out. Now, what I've learned about stuff like this, passive income, right? It's not what it's cracked up to be. I mean, I'm in real estate and the idea of passive income in real estate. And I've seen the same idea, the same sentiments in the sense that passive income in these things that we're trying to get passive income from is not what it's all cracked up to be. And here's why I say this. Passive income is when we give that sense that we could turn over, right? Turn over things to someone else or something else and have it generate income for us, and we can in a sense take our hands off it and it just goes and just spits out money to us. The thing with that is that's not what's happening online. That's certainly not a real thing that is happening, not in this day and age. And most of the time we succumb to some of these scammy things because we're outsourcing that process of someone making us an income. Now, I left online because you know what? That's what I wanted before, passive income. And I figured I couldn't do it myself. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. So I figured it's best to outsource this to someone else, something else that has better knowledge than myself, who knew how to do it, then they could just make me the money and just give it back to me. And that's why, and was part of the issue of why I left online. Because I can figure out, wait, why can't this passive thing work? I mean, we all want it. Why can't that work? And I was thinking, you have to give over that control to the monies and have someone else control it, do whatever they need to do, and then return the profit to you. Now, I learned the hard lesson in real estate that kind of parallels my thinking online and actually helped me understand this concept. Now, I was in real estate when I just started and lost a lot in real estate. I partnered with some partners. In a sense, I outsourced my control to my partners, saying, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very brand new to real estate. They must know more than I do. Surely they had better ideas than I did, and that they could actually run things, understand what was happening well enough that they could make the decisions for us entirely, and we could all make money. Further from the truth, in a sense, I outsourced my ability to make money. I gave them total control, whatever they said, because I thought it made more sense to them. They could make better decision. I, in a sense, said, you know what? Whatever they say, whatever they think, we'll just go along with it. Only to come and find out that in the end, I hurt myself because I wasn't involved in the process of making money through real estate. The same thing happens online. We turn over our ability to make money because we outsource it, or we're trying to outsource it to someone else, another entity, something outside of us to make us money. And then we end up losing it because we think someone else knows how to do it better than we do. There's some systems that could do it better than we could. There's some process, all that stuff outside of us that can make us money. And in a sense, we end up giving our control over that process and we end up losing our money just the same way I did in real estate. So what I've learned, and I came back online, is, you know what? I have to be involved in the process of making money. No longer can I outsource it and think that someone else could do it for me or know better than I do. Because you know what? They actually don't. I was thinking they do, but it's like, no, they really don't. They know how to put something together and give you that dream, and then you buy into it. And then they try and they scramble to make it work, and it fails, right? And they can't produce. So in 2025, I want to give you what I've gotten was the idea that you have to learn a skill. You have to learn something to be able to produce an income online. And that something always seems to revolve around creating your own system, creating your own funnel system, creating your own lead capture page system, creating your own autoresponder. Somehow, it always comes back to you need to have an idea of how to do this kind of stuff. So even if you outsource it to someone, you know what it is you're asking them to do. That if they can't do it, you could actually take it back. See, the problem with real estate when I first started was I didn't know what to do. So when I outsourced it to my other partners is I couldn't take it back. I didn't know what they were doing. And even if I saw what we're doing wrong, I couldn't take it back and correct it because I didn't know what it is I needed to correct. So the thing for 2025 that I've learned, I'm sharing with you is you have to take back that control of making money online. That means if it's a skill that you're trying to not learn, I'm going to tell you it's learnable. It's something that you could actually learn. And I'm going to leave a video I did, actually a tutorial webinar that I did, that I showed people how to build their own funnels, step by step. Literally, I show you how to get something free, like a free software that helps you to build a funnel. I show you how to use one thing, plug it in, and you get your own funnel. And I show you some of the techniques that, you know what, is things that you could actually learn. So in 2025, you could actually be your own source of income. Because if we keep on outsourcing, right, our ability to make money online, we only get taken advantage of. Because the people we're outsourcing it from or to, we think they know more than we do. We do. Right? They should, certainly they know more than I do. Yes, they know more than you in the sense that they know the systems of how to work those systems. They know how to set up a page, an autoresponder, and all the things. And so when we see it, it's like, oh, they must know more than I do. No, they really don't. You can learn that skill to do the process online that it takes to make money online. So I created this webinar that you're free to have. It's going to be in the link in the description. In addition to that, I also heard a great video by Jim Rohn. And that's going to be my video that I listen to for the next 7 days. It really gives you an insight of what it takes to actually pull some of this thing off. And a lot of times to do or make any changes, right, it seems like it has to be so hard. Now, listening to this video by Jim Rohn really puts it in perspective in terms of it's not doing anything grandiose, right? I need to lose weight, so that means I'm hitting the gym, 10 times a week, and I'm doing two hours a day, Nothing like that. It's those simple changes, little tweaks that you make that are consistent and can do them consistently that will make the difference in the outcome of something great. And actually hearing that for the new year, it definitely said, you know what? That's my number one video in 2025 for the next 7 days that I need to listen to. Because it's not about making the biggest changes. Like, I didn't want to make this video. And it's like, you know what? Small things, just do things, small things can make a huge difference. And so that's why I decided, even though it's late, to say, you know what? I'm still doing this video. Even if it's not going to be effective, whatever it sounds like, at this point, I don't care. It's the idea that if you care about the outcome, what do you want? And if it's what you want, you know what that is, then you'll put in the time to make those small steps. Even if it's a failure, you'll still do it because the consistency of growth that's going to get you to the point that you want to get to. Now, I also heard from someone that's in my circle, and he's a very smart guy. He's very smart, very intuitive, very I could just say this guy is really sharp. And he shared with me something and I thought was really insightful. And he said for his New Year's goal, and I'm telling you, this guy is good. He said for his New Year's goal, at the top of his list, he's going to make it that he's going to put in his blueprint for his New Year that he's going to forgive himself for all the failures he had that he didn't do or should have done, whatever. He's just going to let it go and forgive himself of that. And that was I thought was insightful because a lot of us, we have our fails in 2024. We've lost a lot of money, right? That's your fail in 2024. You've lost a lot of money. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything else. I'm so tired of being, hurt, taken advantage of, losing money that I'm not going to try and look at anything else, do anything else, because you're holding on to the stuff that you've lost. And you're like, I need to recoup what I've lost. And by not doing anything else, maybe I could make something up. And it's like you're holding on to that guilt and that shame that somehow in 2024 and the years before that, you've lost a lot and haven't accomplished some of the things that you wanted online. And he actually said, you know what? I'm going to forgive myself and, in a sense, start over because now I know what I need to do. And so I thought, man, that's pretty cool. I'm going to do that myself. In the past, right? Actually, when I left online, I had so many guilt about how much I've lost, how much I failed online that's why I left. It's like, why am I going to do this? I can't, everything I did was trying to recoup what I lost, trying to recoup the sense of everything that I've done that I failed at. And it was keeping me a box from, I think, learning what I needed to, because everything I did was in I'm trying to recoup mode. So I'd make some crazy, crazy, not so smart decisions about what I did. And that further put me in a spiral of not winning. And so that might be the thing that held you back in 2024. You're trying to make up for lost things and it just wasn't working. You're making more decisions that put you in a spiral of it just wasn't working. So that was an insightful thing. So the video I'm going to leave in the description is by Jim Rohn. It kind of has the same sentiments of how to, in a sense, be successful by those small things of how you shift what you're thinking, shift what you're doing in very minute ways, not like big ways, very minute ways that makes a difference in an outcome of what you want. And then another thing I heard in 2024, that was another one. And this was a song actually by a very, very great singer. I'd never heard her before. But the title is, or something to the effect that I know who I am. And a lot of times when you don't know what your purpose is, why you're doing things, you just do things haphazardly because it comes to your mind, you just do it. There's no direct guide of where you're going, why you're doing it, why it's important. And so that's why we make decisions that are just not in alignment with the goals that you know you need to do. So if that's part of the issue too, right? You don't know why you're doing this. You just do it. You're caught up in the moment of all this stuff. Because I was caught up in the moment. I just want to make money, right? I was caught in the moment of I wanted to quit my job. But why did I want to do all that stuff? And it wasn't until I realized why I really wanted to quit my job not just for the sake of quitting my job. I really understood why I wanted to quit my job. And it was the idea of the time factor that I was missing. There was something with time. It wasn't the money of it, it was actually the time. I wanted my time back because I knew I was missing my entire life with my family. Truly missing it, where I had people leave this earth that I knew I should have spent more time with. And when it clicked in me that that's why I'm doing it, that's why it was important for me to actually quit my job and be accessible to people who I wanted to be accessible to, it then became an easier process for me to attain it. So if in 2024 you had goals, you had things you want to accomplish and it didn't happen, it can happen this year for you. So I'm going to leave some information in the description. It's going to be a couple of videos. In addition to that, it's going to be what I'm doing currently in 2024. I've done it in 2024 and now in 2025. Now in 2025, it's a limited process. It's not something that I do with everyone. So it's going to be very limited, and you'll see that on the information. But if you're looking for, something that could have some meaning for you and also generate a significant amount of income for you that allows you to reach your financial goal, if that's one of your goals, financial goals, then I think I could help you with that part of the financials. So all the links that I've mentioned are going to be in the description. I want to wish you the best possible year that you could have in 2025.